Hi, Kathleen. How are you doing today?
Hey, Alex. I'm good. You came in so strong. You came in like a freaking, CNN news reporter from the 70s.
Hi, I'm Ed Winchester.
It's so weird because there's this YouTuber I follow who she's like, hi, everybody. And in my head, every time she says that, I'm like, hi, Dr. Nick. It's bad.
I was giving that guy who's put his girlfriend on hostage. Hi, this is my girlfriend, and this is my birthday.
Wait. That was one of the best things of 2020, I swear.
This guy's 4 years old already.
Happy Star Wars Day, and this is my girlfriend. And then it just expands, turns into a hostage situation. Yeah. And then you've got like the news report, then you've got the helicopter. And what kills me, you pointed out, family members started getting involved.
Yeah, there's the one with the mum and the kids walking, doing the little run from the
car, like the SWAT team.
The fact that mum was in the SWAT, she was getting involved. But that's the thing. Like, there's things that someone my age who doesn't have kids will like hate in the moment. Like, oh, look at this, she's having fun with her kids. Like, this is for young people. And that's one of the problems with like a lot of YouTube and stuff today. A lot of people are doing the audience is mostly kids. Most people that watch YouTube are kids.
Yeah.
And
wait, you saying most people who watch YouTube are kids?
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
You might not, but it's a fact.
Have you seen the stats? Show me the stats.
The stats? Okay, cool. Because all the ad revenue and all the stuff are meant to be kid-friendly.
The people who grew up with YouTube are still using YouTube. That's like millennials.
Yes.
And also now their parents who use YouTube to like find things. And yeah, you've got a younger generation who watch YouTube for like, the guys who usually also stream also have YouTube. And those are the people on YouTube. There is YouTube for kids. That's true. But I'm going to say 100% it is not kids who are the highest number.
So they're doing it between 18 and 65. So they won't include kids on this one. But it's saying the highest percentage is 25 to 34-year-olds.
Yeah.
And the next highest is 18 to 24-year-olds.
Interesting. Yeah.
The lowest percentage would be 55 to 64-year-olds. And where both me and you fit are in the 17. So we're second. We're second. Because we've grown up with it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't include children in here.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you now, because a lot of my friends put their kids in front of YouTube and just fuck off for a few hours.
It's true. Yeah, there's that whole like watch time. That's different. But engagement and whatnot, I think YouTube for kids is really important because there's all these programs that are way more accessible than getting the TV out.
How about this one by UK age? UK, all right? 90% of the users are 16 to 24.
90% of the users.
Where 44% of YouTube users... This is AI.
Yeah, I was going to say like...
9% of internet users in this... Yeah, 9% of people that use the internet said they watch YouTube. That's not 9% of YouTube users.
Yeah, true. So how did we get onto this again?
Because I was talking about like how YouTube is for kids. Literally, people do stupid stuff online, and you got the Jack Dohertys, and you've got the Neons. You know about these guys?
No.
They're in IRL streamers, in one-life streamers.
Yeah.
That are going around just
doing stupid shit,
bullying people.
Yeah. Oh, Alex, the thing is, I only get it from like Japanese news sort of perspective.
Yeah.
And obviously, remember I came back from Japan and I told you about Johnny Somali.
Oh, wow.
And how big that's gotten. He did... Remember I told you, Alex, in September he was doing bullshit in Japan, yeah?
Kathleen.
And then he got kicked out of Japan.
Went to Korea.
Yeah. And he, he thought the Koreans weren't going to fuck around. Koreans told him, come, fuck around and find out. And he got sussed. He got sussed by Korean streamers and they found him. He got his ass whooped so many fucking times. And he took the piss. He fucked around and find out. He messed with their heritage and with their history. One of the worst things he could have freaking done. And literally, it was all over Korean news. Like, it got to Korean parliament. They were talking about it in parliament.
I heard it from what you said, and then there was... I feel like the algorithm was listening, and then I started getting like A to Z, yeah, and a couple of internet drama streamers go on about this guy, and at first, because you showed me to him, I was like, he's gonna go to prison. Then he did Israel, didn't he? He went Israel. And like IDF were on his arms.
Yes,
in Israel.
Yeah.
And then he went to Korea, and like he was all about the comfort girls, all the stuff there. And
I didn't realize how bad it was because like there's several comfort girl statues, country women. There's loads, and I didn't realize that like where they are placed is significant as well. And the fact that, you know, if it rains, someone puts a brolly on her, or if it's really cold, someone puts a scarf around her. Like there's actually a level of
look
care.
after them.
And it's a real symbol of their history and what happened.
But some still alive. Like 90% of them are dead because it's World War II and it's 70 years ago.
But you know how many people didn't know about them, you know? And the thing is, he said in his apology video when he was made to apologize that he didn't know the significance. Where in the beginning, a couple of videos or something beforehand, he knew and he even commented on the significance of it. And so this guy is just really, really fucked in the head.
From what I've seen, all I know is that he knows that Japan doesn't like it.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the significance of the history.
He does.
As far as I know, no. As far as of what I've seen,
yeah.
He doesn't. I can't say that he knows fully well that he has the concentration span to sit there while someone's telling him about the
systemic essay of women.
Yeah. And how long that went on for. Most people don't know it. Why should we expect him to know it? Even if someone told him, I don't think he even fully took it in.
It's not
an excuse.
Yeah, I get that.
He says, I'm doing this because Japan treat me like shit. Fuck Japan. That's what he was saying at the time. Like I was watching it and it was like, this is significant, man. You don't know how bad this is. You don't know how much it'll piss him off. He just knows it'll piss him off.
You know what? It won't piss the Japanese off so much. It will piss the Koreans off. Yeah. He knew exactly what it was. And he commented in several videos that he knows what they are.
Yeah.
And the
definitely.
fact that he was kissing on them, rubbing himself with oil, he was dancing on them inappropriately.
Yeah, the oil thing, the baby, that was weird.
He did some really fucked up stuff. And he also was very, like, abusive to different people on public transport. He was playing like some North Korean propaganda music on public transport. He was going to different.
I saw that. Yeah,
you can go to a convenience like off license.
The 7-Eleven thing. That's what he's in prison for in a moment.
Yeah.
That's what he's in jail for in a moment. For was it stopping a business from progressing or something like that? Because
they just add in charge, and they have. I think it's 90-something% conviction rate.
Yeah, they got.
When you're in, you are in. Yeah,
no. But they are lenient at the same time, like.
And what kills me is he has a fucking accomplice. He has a guy who usually films him. That guy ducked. Ducked quick. I think he's already in America. He's like peace.
Yeah.
And another guy who's hanging with is also a Korean, like, calls himself a Korean Nazi.
Yeah, no, he's been deported from America.
Dickhead.
Like, and it's quite.
Man got deported.
I have to say though, like, with this whole thing, I am worried that someone, because everyone's doing a step over. Like Jack Dougherty was going up to people in the middle of shopping centres and like doing like angry pranks at them, and then in a minute when the guy stops or tries to confront him, he his bodyguard steps in.
Yeah.
So it's like one of them little dudes. So wait, rewind a sec, because we mentioned Johnny Somali. We mentioned this, but I wanted to like quickly pick you up on a point, but I'll remember it in a minute. But no. So when he went to Korea, I was like, oh.
Can I just say something? Like, let me tell you, the Japanese will fuck you up, okay?
Yeah.
But they'll also expect you to apologize, and that is more not demeaning, but that's more meaningful when someone's actually made to apologize, to bow, you know, and to actually admit their wrongs. That is way more meaningful. So when he got caught up by the Yakuza,
100%.
They made him bow.
Actual Yakuza?
Yes, actual. Man got
Japan?
Caught. Yes, in Japan.
I didn't see that bit.
Mate, there's so many videos of him, and they were filming him, and they made him say a statement in Japanese, and for him to actually apologize. This guy, he got thumped. But in Korea, they've got this like this more hardcore sort of like. Not strength, but they will fuck you up.
That Navy SEAL that kept on popping up everywhere.
Mate, that guy, he got arrested. His bail got paid. He got put in a
nice
hotel. Yeah. Like, literally, he's seen as a national hero for standing up for Korea. And I'm like, true. And in my head, I was thinking, if Johnny Somali ever went over to Jamaica, they would never find his body. They would never find his body. They would never find his body.
Problem is, he probably would. Now you get thumped at the airport.
They wouldn't find his body.
He get thumped at the airport.
Like, literally this week, there was a walkout in one of the hotels in Jamaica. It It was like huge, and everyone was filming. All the staff, the cleaning staff, the front desk,
What happened?
They walked out, and it was all to do with like low pay and the way in which they were being treated.
Yeah, they get
by
treated
by the company, and they're like, "This is our land. This is our place."
Yeah.
And you're treating us like trash.
Yeah, it's 90% of the beaches in Jamaica are corporate, privately owned.
Yeah, and they had enough. They walked out, and it caused a massive stir. And hopefully, it really does like make change. But even if it doesn't, for a moment, it's quite powerful. So yeah,
I would actually, I would if I was a legislature of some kind or legislator, I would actually like.
I would rewind all that.
Yeah, you're not owning the beaches.
Can't own the beach, mate.
Can't own a beach
Can't
like
own the
that.
beach.
You can't own an island. You know,
you know when you put money in your pocket though, like that's the
thing is that money goes to paying towards infrastructure, which admittedly there isn't much of in Jamaica.
Yeah,
which means it's been embezzled somewhere.
Exactly. So the infrastructure hasn't changed, and yet. You got all these beaches now. Make it make sense. But sorry, going back to Johnny Somali or
Jamali's.
I think that Rotten Mango.
I saw it yesterday. I actually watched those yesterday.
Did you watch all of it?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
It's really good. It's really good, isn't it?
I would have to say.
I told you so many times to watch. I'm so happy.
I've watched a few of the things.
I'm proud of you, Alex.
But she always looks ill, like she's about.
Yeah, she's about to cry. Did you watch the P Diddy one?
Oh no, I think I saw the first bit of it. Oh no, rewind though. I feel that she could have come at it from a different way.
Okay.
Because it's the first thing I've watched that was current. Normally she talks about crimes that happened a few years ago.
Yeah.
But she still did it like it was an old story while it was concurrent.
Yeah.
Now, I think her approach was slightly off because even the voice in the background was like, so what do you do next? And it's like, what's going on now? And it's concurrent.
True. I think maybe because I believe she is Korean.
She's actually offended by it.
Yeah, I think it's maybe like a bit
on the videos, the gangster videos.
What gangster
like,
videos?
don't come back to America, or if you'll see you in LA, you're done.
Oh yeah,
Korean
my
Americans.
God! So you've got Korean Americans.
That guy just sniped off the roof.
Yeah.
So that's a reference to LA riots.
Oh.
That's what we're doing to black people. When Koreans were protecting their shop, they were shooting black people from the rooftops. That's why there's a. And so when you mention that was a racism thing because he's a black guy. Because we snipe people off the roofs here in LA.
That's what he was saying.
That's what that was.
So what was the African American community responding to that with?
They're not, because it's not to them.
Yeah, true.
It's not to them, and they don't think. I don't think they see Johnny Somali as part of their community.
No. I think maybe it's the fact that he, no, he's from America. He was born in America.
Yeah, but he's Yemeni and Sudan or something like that.
They can still deport you. You know, you can lose stuff.
Yeah, no, or they could deport you to prison.
Yeah, deport you to prison. I think I heard someone from Somali being like, "He's not Somali. He's not one of us."
No, he's not Somalian. He's from East Africa, but it's like Yemen and which is Asia, and I think it's Ethiopia. It's
kind of crazy that
his first name is Ramsey.
Yeah.
Ramsey Rashid or something like that.
Yeah. Ugh. So that's been crazy on the internet. Ooh.
Well, crazy on the internet. Mr. Beast getting cancelled. Crazy on the internet.
Okay, so Mr. Beast. All right. Firstly, this guy, he's had so many controversies happening.
Scandals.
He's had so many scandals, and the one that really made me go, "What?" is he contacted loads of drama channels. Like some of the drama channels I've watched have reported on the fact that he contacted them saying, "Oh yeah, you guys may want to talk about this story next," and gave him like a whole like breakdown of and a video, and like, what? Yeah, you should. Basically, he went to the press, the YouTube press, and said, "Talk about this story because this is going to be big." You know.
All right, it's feeding the press, but they do it all the time. There's an insider for every government organisation that will actually leak.
But Alex, can I just talk about one thing when it comes to Mr. Beast?
Yeah.
He did a podcast with Jake Paul and KSI, and I've been watching videos reacting to that because they were breaking down the fact that they don't like each other. And I was like, oh, shit. And they were breaking down the behavioural things that they've said.
KSI and
No,
Mr. Beast? Or?
KSI and Jake Paul don't like Mr. Beast. There's this like... There's a tension. When you watch it, there's a tension. I'm like, maybe I'm looking into something.
He did the Impulsive podcast as well.
But this is all about their whole Lunchley thing.
Yeah, the Lunchley thing. I think he does. I think their two products don't really mesh well. Prime, an energy drink for a kid's lunch. I don't think it's and then there's
Also,
the moldy cheese.
Oh yeah, the moldy cheese. And there's this other YouTuber I never heard of who Mr. Beast kind of hates, who like comes after his stuff. She was like, "Oh, let me open up and see it and break down," and it was like moldy. Yeah. And she was like, "What the hell?" And she opened another one. It was also moldy. All moldy. Yeah. And so she kind of broke the story because she had like the biggest voice in the room. I remember seeing it. And like now he's like, "How dare you?" How dare you?
But then there was that guy who did the whole 4-hour 2-parter on the like fake lotteries, how he hired a sex offender to be his manager.
Yeah.
They're all like innocent mistakes that individually you can like say, well, yeah, he's made a mistake there because at the time he was just starting out. Hired a guy straight off Best Buy. Yeah. Called Delaware. He's called Delaware because he's banned from Delaware because there's a sex offenders register. Oh my God,
you're kidding?
Yeah, because he thought Best Buy had vetted him because he was managing the whole Best Buy store. You know, in big superstores.
Yeah. He thought big fucking Argos.
He thought Best Buy had vetted the guy to run their whole store, and they hadn't. So he thought, well, why should I vet him if he's already been vetted there? Hire him as the operations manager. And
the access that he has, though.
Yeah, and
oh my God, that's what I'm saying. To kids as well.
The biggest YouTubers apply the most to kids.
They do.
Look at Mr. Beast.
Yeah, Mr. Beast, and before that was David Dobrik. Remember, he was like the biggest thing.
And his pirate-eyed mate, the guy friend lost an eye.
It was
I haven't seen David Dobrik since that whole thing either. Yeah,
since it's all come out, and then I was watching a video about how like David Dobrik fell off, and they mentioned the fact that the one black mate that he had in his crew and whatnot, he tricked him into kissing another guy.
Oh wow.
And he knew the fact that like the mate, I don't know if he was homophobic or whatever, but he didn't want to do that. Mm-hmm. And then once it happened, he was like, it's a guy. And the guy the black guy pointed out the fact that like where I'm from, it would be really, really fucking bad. And how could you like, do this? I don't want to kiss a guy, So the fact that he picked on the shortest guy and the black guy, he picked on others a lot of the time amongst his crew. Yeah. And he was part of that thing where like they got loads of girls drunk and like...
Oh, there was a whole house party thing with the girl in the room and he didn't do nothing about it because he's seen it and walked out.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time. Yeah. That's like...
And then the next day he was like, it got kind of wild and someone was like, we did some illegal stuff. He was like, I was like, yo.
Yeah, no, I remember there was a Twitter chat thing.
Yeah.
What are they called? Where there's loads of people in the room. Wow.
Feed?
No, they've got Twitter have like a seminar situation where you can all come in and have a conversation at the same time.
Oh, kind of like Clubhouse.
That's it, Clubhouse. It's Clubhouse.
Wait, that was Twitter's?
Yeah, Twitter's Clubhouse from the start.
Damn.
But pre.
I thought Clubhouse was this individual one.
No, I think
because Clubhouse was like Clubhouse got really big during lockdown again, and it was a place where loads of hoteps were just there saying women need to go back into the kitchen.
I'm not sure if Clubhouse is still owned by Twitter. Or...
I don't know.
Because it's freeware. Like how...
It's a crazy thing. Like, usually we talk about movies and TV shows, but I love a bit of like...
YouTube
update.
drama and stuff. Because I think it affects what we do as well in some ways. Because if we were to expand onto YouTube or try video stuff, we've got to watch out for the pitfalls that... There may be kids.
I think we need to be really honest, and say, listen, this is for 18 plus.
Yeah, no.
We both swear and we both have very strong opinions. Yeah. And maybe kids need to understand that this isn't for you if your frontal lobe isn't developed.
Yeah. Well, we're post-developed frontal lobers.
And technically, we're front lobers, man.
Front lober.
Do you not see my face? I'm a front lober.
Lizzie Lober.
Yeah, and it's nothing wrong with that. We just got to be very clear, and our feed goes up automatically onto YouTube. So,
I think it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think something happened on my feed, and it was weird. I had a different setting from you.
Are you not on?
Oh no, it's cool. Everything's there. There's signal of me signaling.
Signal.
It's just gone quieter now. Anyway, so Kathleen.
Yes, Alex.
We talked about YouTube. What have you watched lately?
What have I watched lately?
Or do you want to save it till later?
No. I should talk about... Okay, this is really, really random, okay? You have to forgive me. Everyone listening, forgive me. All right, so there's something happening on TikTok right now. There's loads of ads. There's more ads than usual. And there's especially ads of, other apps where you can watch like short films, and they
Mubi and stuff.
Yeah, kind of like that, and they give you like a snapshot of like the type of movie on there, you know.
Okay.
And it's the most dramatic, like, Alex, I swear, yeah, it's almost like fan fiction level of drama.
Yeah.
And it makes you go, oh, god damn, what's happening over there?
It's where their budget's gone on all the advertising.
Yeah, and a lot of these are Chinese apps, and so Chinese and some American. So yeah, what I've been doing is, being a jammy dodger, I'm not going to this random app where they make you want to buy stuff. I just find it on Dailymotion. So I'm like,
yeah,
I break down the description of like, guy breaks up wedding, da 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 da, and I find it on Dailymotion, and I'm like, I got nothing to do right now. Like,
let's watch the rest of this.
Let me just find out what happens.
What's the best thing you watch on that then?
Oh, Alex, so bad. It's so bad. Alex, it's so bad. This one guy, let's call him, I'm sorry for anglicizing everyone, but let's call the guy Jeff. All right?
Jeff. All right.
Jeff and his mum is Marion, okay? Marion is a super rich woman. She's the head of the company, yeah? Mm-hmm. And she essentially went away and got some a boob job and some face work. Did her own thing, yeah? She got herself did. And she has approved her son, Jeff, marrying this other family. And that girl is Sally, yeah? Mm-hmm. And Sally's from a good family, and it's a merging of two families, right?
Yeah.
And
a dynasty marriage.
Yeah, and she came back on the wedding day, to be there for the wedding. And when she arrives at the wedding venue, Jeff drops her off because he needs to go pick up his tux. He drops her off at the venue, and he's like, Mum, you look great, da da da. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you in like half an hour. He drops her off there. They didn't notice, but in several cars behind was Sally and her mum and a few of her like thingies in
the... So they think he's having an affair?
Think he's having an affair. And so...
He brought to the wedding?
Yeah, and she's in her wedding dress. She's like, how could he? And she's like, who is this bitch? Yeah, fuck this bitch. You know what? Like, I'm gonna call my mother-in-law and be like, your son's cheating. And so she calls the mother-in-law from the car, and she doesn't see the woman outside turning around and answering the phone. Yeah. And she's like, mother-in-law, I've just seen your son with someone. And she's like, no, my son's amazing. Don't worry. If he is, I'll fucking slap him up. And we'll get it all sorted. Don't worry. You're marrying my son today. And so she put down the phone. Bride is super happy. And mum's like, yeah, don't worry, I've got this in hand. So the bride's like, all right, fuck this woman up. And so she gets out with her pussy, plus her mum, steps to this woman, yeah, and like, oi, you're talking to my man, you fucking mistress. Don't worry, I'm going to fuck you up. And she's like, whoa. I'm the mum. What are you talking about? Because, you're not the mum. I met the mum. You're not the mum. Starts like really cussing her out. She's like, oh, I didn't know you were this type of girl. And firstly, I'm his mother. Watch me. And she calls her son, and the bride's like, of course you've got his number. You're his fucking mistress. And so they grab up this woman. Yeah. They grab her up and they drag her by her hair into the venue. Yeah. And she's like, don't worry, I will show to my mother-in-law and to my husband that I'm not to be messed with. And I've got the mother-in-law's permission. Don't worry, no mistresses in this marriage.
Go. What happened?
She fucks her up.
Yeah, but did she call her?
What?
I was going to show to her mother-in-law. You got to call her up then.
No, she didn't. They took her phone. They basically like trashed her up.
So in a public place, this woman's getting beaten up and no one's stopping it.
Well, yeah. Now they're taking her to they're taking her to a venue, but yeah, she's getting beaten up.
It's still public place. And no one's stopping
it. Yeah,
the venue's still public place.
And she's got like this like jade bracelet which is inherited from like the family. She's like, what are you doing with this bracelet? You must have stole it from my husband. She takes it off her, tosses it, and then like also she takes a shard of it and forces it in the mother-in-law's mouth. And I'm like, what is this shit? And I'm watching this, Alex, and I'm like, what is this? And then the son, you see like he's coming to the venue now.
Yeah.
And the son like comes in and they try to stop him from getting in. He's like, oh, what's this commotion? He comes in and he sees his mum on the floor, like, bleeding and shit. And he runs to her like, Mum, what's happened? And the bride's like, Mum, what are you talking about? That's not your mom. He's like, yeah, this is my mom. It's like, oh, well, she also hit me. She threatened me. And so the bride switches it around.
Oh, wow.
And the mother-in-law's like, how could you believe her and not me? And the son's like, I'm going to marry her. Like, I just want your permission. He's like, no, she just fucked me up.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm going to marry her. I love her. And so she's like, I'm not giving you my blessing.
Yeah, no.
Fuck that. And like, they end up getting married anyway. And then the mum collapses and she's got like a week to live. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
I'm stopping there.
So that was just the intro.
That was the first 3 chapters.
3 chapters?
Alex, it's like an hour long. Alex, is so bad.
No, is it broken up in chapters?
Yeah, like 1 minute chapters, like or like 2 minute chapters that you got to like flick up, almost like TikTok. So it gives you 2 minutes of each thing, and if you don't buy like coins or whatever, then
it's like a Quibi drama.
Yeah, and if you don't buy the coins, then you have to wait a week or something for it to unlock. And I'm like, fuck this. Let me go on Dailymotion. Alex, it was so bad. It was
All right. So how many trapped in the closets is it?
It's all of them.
All of them.
Alex, this was like every episode was it's a midget. Every episode is that. Every episode is like I'm gay or something's happened or Alex, it's so bad. So yeah, that's what I've been watching.
I've been rewatching some stuff because it was seasonal. Seasonal.
Oh, okay.
So I think I'll talk about V for Vendetta first.
Yes.
Because I forgot how much I liked that film. But then again, I always wanted more.
Yeah.
Like V, it's his story and he dies by the end of it. Sorry, spoiler alert, but it's been out 20 years.
Yeah, spoiler alert if you haven't watched V for Vendetta by Alan Moore.
But I have to say, there's so many things in that.
It hits.
It's closer to like being true than not true. Like there's a virus in it that kills 100,000 people.
Yep.
That people think the government.
Was it the three virus, the Trinity virus or something? Takes out
St.
free
Mary's.
free primary schools or something.
St. Mary's
in the water.
So they've got that, and then there is the racism. I didn't notice there was no black people in that movie.
Yeah. There's one black person, and he gets taken out being gay.
I don't even remember that.
You know when she's talking about the woman's talking about how you've got to have your power and stuff. The woman who was next door to V.
Yeah.
When they were showing examples of
but
them coming, there's one black guy.
That's before today. I'm talking about concurrently.
Oh, in the thing,
story,
there's no black
in
people.
London, you don't see any of the living rooms of any black people. And I was like, oh shit, it's taking me this long to realise.
We got wiped out.
Or evicted or deported or whatever, and we got this nationalism. I already thought that would have happened anyway. Do you know what I mean? I have to think about that. But there was a lot of these things that happened in this film that were like, oh shit, that happened today. Oh, that's happening now. Like, what's going on in America, for example? It's like when they mention America, it's like it's just a shithole. It's a shithole over there. They're killing each other at 1,000 people a day, sort of thing. And then there's just all the like GB News about things, and you got the Piers Morgan, jowly dude there that will sacrifice.
The only thing we haven't gotten is a well-spoken ranty orator of a prime minister. That's the only difference. We haven't got that. And in some ways, we kind of did have that with Boris, but we right now in terms of. We did have that with Boris.
Because we don't have a supreme leader.
Yeah, we don't have a supreme leader.
Even the Prime Minister is a servant to the Queen and Queen's servant to us or something like that. So we don't have a supreme leader. We have this currently somehow working system of checks and balances, as they say in America.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Like, one thing I've always found with V for Vendetta is that I always wanted to know who he was. And even at the end, like, when he dies and Natalie Portman puts him, like, this beautiful piece, on the train, like, I always wanted to know who he was, when he was imprisoned. And V was obviously the symbol on his door. But, like, who was he?
So, if you, like, listen carefully to what they say, there is some clue to where he comes from, but he either has to be someone that's gay, someone that is black or Asian or political dissident, or like the girl, she was gay, wasn't she? The actor. So just had said something out against the government, and he was randomly selected and tested on. Yeah. And they've discovered that he is immune to the actual virus. So what they did is the virus that killed everyone, right, was tested on him 100 times. Yeah. And from his blood, they've got the cure. Yeah, the antidote. Which made Britain stronger. Yeah. Because they invented the disease and then they had the cure. Yeah. Like what people were saying was going on in China.
Yeah, with COVID. Yeah.
So, and like, I feel sorry for conspiracy theorists because I don't think any conspiracy theorists have seen V for Vendetta and not remembered it. And seen that it's a plot from a movie.
Yeah, it's quite interesting how, like, you know, almost the symbol when V for Vendetta came out, that was like the biggest Halloween outfit. Like, everyone got that mask.
Well, I never saw the Guy Fawkes mask before that film.
I saw the rubbery, it almost looked like not the Hamburglar, but you know what I'm talking about, the what's it? Burger King, the Burger King. It looked like, you know, rosy cheeks.
Yeah,
like.
For me, we had Penny for the Guy outside Walthamstow Central Station. There'd be a guy from school whose dad used to own a flower shop across the road.
Yeah,
he'd have like pillowcases stuffed with his clothes and like to make arms and stuff, and Penny for the Guy. And so they'd be sitting outside Black Horse Road Station begging for pennies, but like it was like a scheme rather than begging.
Oh shit! Yeah. It
was more like,
does money go somewhere?
It's a tradition. Yeah, like kids go out and ask like trick or treat.
Yeah, it's our equivalent.
There must be a link between kids going out and doing that and kids doing trick or treating,
especially at that time of year, isn't
because
it?
I don't think trick or treat is actually an English tradition, but there must be something for the kids doing something in the evening. There must be a link in Old English. But no, finishing that, I just want to say that I wish it was longer. Great movie. The only buts I have are that I feel like time, you don't know how long time passes.
Yeah, even though it's a year, it's set within a year.
Yeah,
but it feels so much longer.
It actually is longer than a year.
Yeah.
No, it's not longer than a
year. It's a year, but it feels longer.
But only because he
starts the whole thing on
the TV show is several weeks after.
Yeah. Okay.
When he raised the TV center, I think that's another problem. Like,
when does he announce that he's going to do it on the TV show? On the TV show, okay.
But that's weeks afterwards.
So he does the fireworks first.
The first night she goes out, gets mugged, blows up the
the Old Bailey.
Old Bailey.
Yeah.
Then
a couple of weeks later, it goes on to... Have you read the graphic novel?
No, but I'm not a fan of
Alan Moore.
Alan Moore, because he hates all the
everything that gets created, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that gets created off something he's written, he fucking hates it.
I wish he'd actually... But I realised that his form of comic book I hated as a kid. It was hyper-realistic and then... under-realistic at the same time.
I think with comic books, they can come in two waves. There's either the comics that are artistic.
Yeah.
And the story is there, but you're there for the art and the action and what's happening. Or there's a really good story just in picture form. You know, and I feel like Alan Moore's in that world. Like, I never like the art. I think it's very, like, flat, if that makes sense. Yes. And he packs too much into one panel. And it's just, it feels, I would put it in the world of stick figures for me. I would go there for the story, but not for the art.
I read V for Vendetta. No, I read The Watchmen. He did that as well.
Oh, yeah, Watchmen. Watchmen's brilliant. I've read that. And I've also it's...
But I'd seen the film first, but I want to say this. I might have preferred the film more because of the ending.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
The ending of the film is better than the show, but if you're a purist, you're gonna hate everything I just said. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
true.
a couple of with Dune, right? And we're gonna talk about it in a minute.
Yeah.
But Dune, people were like the original '84 version. Oh, this is awful because it doesn't live up to the text. But there's certain things you can't do.
You can't do in Dune.
But it's not a disrespect. It's you just can't do them. Like, you can't voice over every character. You can't, have... There's no... Do you know how many dream sequences there are in there? There's none in the films.
There's a few.
No, the interpretations...
There's a whole, in the future and, from the unborn sister's perspective.
But there's no way of showing who has magic visions or not.
No.
Just happen to do what they can do, sort of thing. Anyway, no, V for Vendetta, it's still up there. I reckon if it was a Wachowski's tier list, it'd be number 2 behind the original Matrix.
Okay, yeah, I agree. And you know what's for number 3 for me? I know it's really bad.
Jupiter 7.
Yeah.
Shut up, why is Jupiter standing number 3? I was joking.
You know why? Because I really like the costumery in that film.
Because they made Sean Bean a dog.
I'm talking about the costumery, Alex.
A sad, yeah.
The stories.
Sad dog
They made what's saying a wolf. I was like, ugh, dog guy. Ugh, that was terrible. And you had like Eddie Redmayne whisper talking the whole time.
Why? No one got me any water.
How could you say this to me? Occasionally shouting. Oh my god, that was such a bad film. But anyway, Alex,
I've seen the trailer for Redmayne being an assassin, Eddie Redmayne an assassin.
Yes.
But the problem I have with the character who's doing the voiceover is a policewoman, and it's like another one.
How is she meant to know if she's not there?
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, my bad.
It's a trailer hunting down an assassin, about a policewoman hunting down an assassin.
Yeah.
The problem is, and I feel like maybe it's something to do with some of the casting, but she reminds me of that really bad black policewoman in Luther. The one who's always like, I don't trust you, And it seemed like it's not very charismatic, but I've only seen her for like 2 seconds. When I've seen Eddie Redmayne change costumes, kill people, she's like, I'm going to find him. And I'm going to get, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I really like that actress because
it's a different actress doing it. It's a different actress in the Redmayne thing.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. Eddie Redmayne as a assassin.
Yeah.
The Day of the Jackal series.
That's it, Day of the Jackal. I watched the first 5 minutes of that and I was bored and I was
okay.
I'll come back to that. I'll come back to it. But the first 5 minutes was actually really good. It's just, I think I just watched Dune Prophecy and I was like...
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah, I watched it. Episode 1. Episode 1.
We'll talk about that next. Then.
Yeah. And I thought the first bit was really good, but I don't think I was in the right space to watch... Was it Day of the Jackal, right? Because it's on Now TV. So I thought, and so obviously it's on Sky and they're putting it everywhere. So
yeah, I see.
That's it. Lashana Lynch. She's a really good actress.
She's a good actress.
She is she's the new Bond essentially, because she was in the James Bond, which I hadn't watched, and she was like 00 something. But yeah, she was in Warrior Queen, which was amazing. She was in Bob Marley. She was in Matilda. She played Mrs. Honey. She plays, Captain Marvel.
Wait, let me find the cast for
Captain Marvel's girlfriend. And yeah, and also, when they, in Doctor Strange, the thingy of madness, Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah.
She plays Captain Marvel in a different universe.
Yeah.
She's on the panel with, Professor X, etc. So yeah, she's a really good actress. British, love her.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with you about she's a really good actress. I think she's got a lot of potential. Yes.
I think she's a really good actress. So you need to see her in more stuff.
No, at least it's more stuff, but her expression is not very diverse.
No, she's not. She's not a divert. Yeah. I agree.
What did you say?
Sorry. I was like, she's not characteristically diverse in her face.
But like the problem is, I mean, I'll probably have this problem with any actor that does it, like Jason Statham. They don't go too far outside their bubble.
Yeah.
They won't put on. They've tried an American accent, didn't work. Tried this, didn't work.
Yeah.
Feel like, while she looks classy, she still feels expressionless. And I had a problem when I seen her that, like she didn't like. All right, if it was gonna be someone chasing them down, they'd make it personal, and it'd be something they'd be going through. There'd be an external experience that's making them like miss a step or propelling them forward. There'd be a drama with the policeman chasing them as well, and hopefully that drama interlinks and then they have a wicked story.
Yeah.
This looks like just I'm looking for somebody, and
I think I need to watch it because I
haven't seen the trailer, so I'm judging by cover. So
I can't really compete. I think with her, I'm trying not to make this racial. I'm trying my hardest, but I think when it's black women, I can't say for black men because I think there are more black men to compare to, but with black British female actresses, they've got to work a lot harder, but also I think they have a different type of acting which comes from stage. And I think that when you put stage then onto film, I think it takes some teething to change the way in which you're acting to make it better for the...
if you're a classically trained actor and you have a more considered... But you should still be able to do Caliban.
I agree.
Still be able to play...
I agree.
But
I think maybe it's me, but I think we hold black British black actors to a higher standard in a way. We expect for them to get there, they're the best of the best of the best.
Firstly, pound for pound, they're better. Pound for pound, they're better.
I'm talking about me. I think I'm expecting them to be peak top. And sometimes it's not fair to like not have them at the same level of it as everyone else, you know? Mm-hmm. And when your expectation is too high, you're more likely to be disappointed. So that's why I'm just I have to correct
my analysis was of taking her out of her race, which is maybe unfair, but saying I saw this person going after this person, and it didn't look advertising. It looked like it was on Channel 5.
Yeah.
And you just told me it was on Sky.
Right, shit.
Like, that is...
Channel 5, you know.
That's like HBO to Hallmark in America. Like, the difference. But I would actually challenge what you said and look at Michelle DeSwart, Bonnie's sister, who did The Baby. She's in something that's quite big at the moment. She's doing a lot... Spent. She's in Spent. And she started off as a comedian, and the time I've spent with her talking to her, she's quite nervous, because of her past adoption and stuff. I think she's adopted, but she's Bonnie's adopted sister, and although The Baby wasn't the most makes sense TV show, she was more rounded. You could see more of a character. Whether you didn't like her character or you liked it, there was more to show and say, "Oh, I can go on this journey with this person."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Rather than I don't want to be left in a room alone with this person.
Yeah, I think that's fair. You know, but like you said, we got to watch it and actually, get a good analysis. YouTube adverts. We've basically just been talking about things that come on YouTube. That's true. And I find that, Alex, like if you don't point out British shows to me, I tend to not watch them because I feel like the same content is coming out, even though it's adapted and it's different. I've not got my eye on BBC or ITV or Channel 4 because, to be honest, I feel it's the same tosh all the fucking time.
I would say the other day I haven't looked at it, but I was at my friend's house and we watched. We looked at BBC iPlayer because my team Tottenham beat Manchester City 4-0 in Manchester on Saturday, and we watched Match of the Day the next day. Like to watch extended highlights and get analysis. It's always disappointment. But while I was there, BBC iPlayer, I was looking at it and I was like, oh my God, Wolf Hall, that's a really good show, doing well in America. There was a guy I was going to live with who's going to be in the show. I was like, oh man, great. I was going to text him, great acting. There are good things on there.
There are, and I just think, what?
No, I was going to say, but they're behind EastEnders.
Yeah, they're behind like bullshit, and you have to dig through that. I wanted to say one other thing about like, it's not about race, but it's also about race. One of the biggest controversies that came out in the last week was the trailer for the live action of How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay, yes.
And the cast and who they've picked for the cast. So this chick, this random bitch over there decides to do a TikTok, and she's like, I don't care what anyone thinks. Astrid is meant to have blonde hair and blue eyes. It's a historical fact. That's what Vikings look like. You're taking away from blonde representation and white. And she goes off on one. Let me tell you, Alex.
Genetically,
Alex,
blonde hair has nothing to do with blue eyes.
Thank you, Alex. Every single
geneticist.
Everyone came in. Alex, geneticists, biologists, fucking every movie reviewers,
a priest.
Everyone came in and they were like, listen, the actress, okay, she's the daughter of Thandie Newton. Thandie Newton? Thandie Newton. The daughter. She plays the daughter in The Last of Us, the one who gets killed. You know the first...
Last of Us?
Yeah, you know Last of Us?
Yeah.
His daughter who gets killed in the beginning.
Oh, that's Thandie Newton's kid.
That's Thandie Newton's kid.
Oh, man, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to break your heart.
No. Yeah, it
was really sad. I must admit, when I
had to play through that.
I'm sorry.
I had to play through it and watch it knowing it's going to happen.
Alex, it's so sad.
I had to watch it knowing it's going to happen, but I don't think you see it.
I've still got it. I've still got the game right there in Saran Wrap. Not Saran Wrap. I bought it from CEX. I've got it there. I haven't played it yet. I'm just like, I'm not emotionally ready. But anyway, this actress, what is her name?
Kathleen.
Yes.
That's a list of things you got to watch or do because, like, you still haven't seen John Wick.
No,
because of the dog.
Alex, like, I have seen up to the dog. Oh, that.
You watch horror movies.
That fucked me up, Alex. That fucked
Kathleen,
me up so much.
Kathleen.
Your revenge is so. I was crying.
Kathleen, I'm gonna say at least 5 or 6 times he wastes too many bullets on people. He wastes too many bullets. Where like this guy didn't need that many bullets. He was already dead.
He was already dead.
And it seems personal. Like he'll hold this guy down, shoot a guy coming through the door, then shoot the guy on the floor. He was holding down.
I don't know how everyone. I don't know how everyone got over it. I don't know how people got through that film. Because I'd be like,
I mean, unless the guy wasn't gonna fuck people up for the next hour and a half,
you know how many
then
times
it was gonna be a bad film. But you can't kill a dog in Hollywood. You can't kill a dog in Hollywood. You cannot kill a dog in Hollywood. Whatever happens, you can't kill a dog or a baby under 5. Right?
I don't know why. Like,
or a child under 10. You can't kill him.
Like, well, we did see the death of a child in Dune Prophecy. Spoiler alert.
Did we?
We don't actually see it. But going back to How We Train Our Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon. Nico Parker, that's her name.
Nico Parker.
Wow, she plays Astrid. So Astrid is a classic Viking-looking, blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl, right? And her mother, Thandui Newton, is mixed race.
Thandui, I forgot her. She
changed her name back to Thandui. So,
no, that's actually her name, and then she's just been going at Thandui, like.
Yeah,
Thandui.
But Thandui Newton married. Well, I don't know if she married, but her partner, Ollie Parker, is a white guy. So this girl, Nico Parker, is 3/4 white. Yeah, and this one person who was whinging about the fact that they decided to pick a black. They're calling her a black girl to play.
In America, not white means black.
It's just no, Alex. I know what that means. Like, I know the whole 1 drop rule and all that stuff. I'm just trying to point out the fact that
I didn't even think of that.
It's real bullshit. It's bullshit because even the director came out and said that I picked based on the actress, and how much he felt to the original character. And what even makes it even better is that director, who is the director of this film, he was the co-director of the actual animation. So he's even closer to the property because he helped, put it all together.
It's set in a different world.
Different world with dragons. And this woman was like, it's not historically accurate.
It's like Gavin, in Game of Thrones, when someone goes, "Oh, they didn't fight like that in medieval times," it's a different world. If George R. R. Martin decides that all of a sudden there's remote controls on TVs, but there's no electricity, that's the writer's choice. Yes, it doesn't make any sense, but making a YouTube video on it, making a whole TikTok anything on it, it's like you've gone out of your way. But the problem is, the fact me and you were talking about it means that they got what they achieved.
Yes.
Like the Johnny Somalis out there.
Yes.
All my whole YouTube feed for like the last week was just, this is what he did. Look what he did. Oh, I can't believe he did that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the algorithm at the moment. Engagement. Negative engagement.
Negative. That's so true. That is so true because, like, I've not really hopped off the Johnny Somali train, since I found out about him. I still get loads of YouTube recommendations of people talking about him. And I'm like, oh. But yeah, same thing with this. It is very much like a reactive, they've done this and they must be like this. It's difficult, isn't it?
What's the most reactive you've ever been? Like, and then you regret it later, like you jumped to a bandwagon or you responded. Or do you think you're more...
What I do is probably like a modern way of writing in my diary,
and
then never releasing it.
Yeah.
So I make a whole video, like, talking into the camera. I edit it. I do everything. I put captions on it, and then I never release it because for me that was letting it out. Yeah. And then I'm able to look at it objectively and be like, oh wait, it's actually maybe this or maybe that, and then I like calm down a bit.
I was thinking about.
What about you? What's the most reactive?
I have a rule. That if I still care about it 72 hours later,
okay,
I will say something.
That's lit.
It should be 48, but like sometimes I'm asleep for most of that time. So
72 hours later.
Yeah, 3 days time, I'm still angry about what someone said or someone did. It's not for clicks. It's not for virality. It's my opinion, and I'm not trying to make anything out of it because it's sort of, the news cycle's gone twice already. Anything that connected to it, unless it's still a drama and it's still really bad, I won't contribute to the mass noise of people trying to, be heard in a space where we're just coming up with things we're thinking of right now, and we don't know the news, and that's the best way of me getting sued. Like if I come out and say, I don't agree with what this guy said, I don't like what he did, and I think it's disgusting. I could be held liable for being totally wrong when it wasn't him the whole time. And I've accused people to their face, oh, I saw what you did, I saw what you did. I didn't see it. I'm fallible. I didn't see it. I just looked up and you were there. And from my perspective, you done it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I got to know that I am fallible. And so I've got respect that, yes, I think if I give myself time to process it, to understand what they're saying, fully understand them, give them a second chance to undo what they did, and then come out and say something. And that's what I tend to do.
Yeah, it's lit.
But it's procrastination, and that time there, I'm angry. I'm angry, but I'm processing. I'm like skinning, like I'm like
through
DOS.
You know what I think of? I think of freaking The Matrix when he pulls out that drawer. It's like no, not even that. It's
Any guns?
No, it's what's it called? Bruce Almighty when he opens the file.
Oh, the filing cabinet.
The filing cabinet. But yeah, actually, even it's the same sort of white space, isn't it? So it would also be Matrix with the guns.
Guns, any guns.
Dude, filming that must have been crazy. Do you think loads of people pushed it?
Green screen.
Oh, that makes me really sad.
It was going to be green screen every time.
I thought it was like invisible tracks, and they just had people like push, and then it was just.
It came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's the problem with cinema today. A lot of practical effects have gone out the window.
Yeah, imagine being a puppeteer. It must be really freaking hard. If you're not working for Sesame Street, because literally Disney's killed the Muppets. So, like, if you're not working for Sesame Street, where are you puppeteering?
What about that show you had a debate on? What's the one?
Yeah, and that got cancelled. That was so sad. Dark Crystal, man. Oh, Mickey, if you're listening to this, you broke my heart.
Why does he break your heart? It was nice to do with Mickey.
I watched it and now I can't get over it.
Wow.
Fucking Netflix. I swear I'm going to cancel my Netflix membership just for that.
I never watched the last episode of season 2 of The Witcher because...
Season 2 of The Witcher. Oh, that was a weird season. That was bad.
It was kind of half the season.
It was bad.
He's stuck in a castle the whole time.
Yeah.
And like...
And they have this big fight.
I think they were just finishing off the first season. Because it was all... there was nothing moved forward. And by the last episode, like, how long was left? Oh, I can't watch this.
I think the good thing about season 1 of The Witcher was, one, it came out of nowhere. No one really had expectations. And I think 2 is the way in which they told the story. It wasn't linear. I think we hadn't had a non-linear property in the fantasy realm in ages. I still think one of my favourite episodes is the one where they have to deal with that thing in the castle. That was brilliant.
I gotta say, I walked into so many rooms where people were watching, like... scenes from it, and I would just like, what is this? Witcher? Oh, this isn't Witcher. I don't recognize none of these characters. Go to another room, and someone else is watching it. Go to some friend's house, someone else is watching it, and that probably was the last major viral show that everyone watched. Cooler Talk.
Yeah, I think so. Like the Cooler Talk wise, because I think the beginning of Stranger Things, they had that sort of vibe, you know.
Stranger Things.
But like in the last couple of seasons, no one gives. Well, everyone does it their own self. Season 4 was wicked, but it didn't have that Cooler Talk sort of. You know, because we'd already seen it.
Kathleen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I hear that song again, right, I will kill somebody.
I love that song.
Kathleen, I heard it not when it first came out.
I was there.
I've heard it loads already. That
Alex,
song was
what
not
kills
new
me
for me.
is that, like, at work, in my old office, that's what, like, it was a Kate Bush album that was played on repeat.
Oh, my God.
Like, every day. And I'm so used to the songs that I'm just like, whatever. I go into my special place.
I mean, throughout my life, I've been trying to remember the music on Dad's car.
Oh, Alex, don't. Every year, it just slips away.
What do you mean slips away?
There's ones that I can't remember.
I'm getting more and more of them back. Hard-Hearted Hannah by Ella Fitzgerald was the first one. Radio 2 session. I don't know when it is. Sometime in the 90s, right? Hard-Hearted Hannah. You're So Vain.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to say Heartbreaker. Why do you have to be a heartbreaker?
That's 3 of them. It's only a 45-minute tape.
And then where's the rest of it, Alex?
There are some that will come to my head.
Every year. You know what? Can I just say something really random?
Go on.
It reminds me, have you ever seen Inside Out?
No.
Inside Out is really good because it's a perspective of our emotions as we're going through different things and how our emotions kind of control the wheels, you know, who gets the most amount of oomph. So, like, Inside Out, yes.
Inside Out, our emotions being visualized by activities
Yeah,
or
but one of the parts of Inside Out is trying to find like different things in the mind of this. The main character is a child, so the emotions are quite immature.
Yes.
And this child, as she gets older, she's losing memory and whatnot, as one does. And she used to have an imaginary friend, and the imaginary friend ends up turning up because he's at the back of her memory.
Yeah.
But as she's getting older, he's starting to slowly fade away.
Yeah.
And I thought that Inside Out is so good, and loads of psychologists have come out and said that it's a great perspective of our mind and emotions, and it was so good. And I feel that way about a lot of like memories of dad and like of car journeys and music and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That slowly but surely it's like fading away.
That's what it's supposed to do, though.
Yeah,
it's that last moment before you die where everything comes back, and you know when they say, "I saw my whole life flash before me."
Yeah.
It's the chemicals like DMT or something in your brain that is like healing you as you're passing. It's like your brain giving you one last gift by replaying back all your memories.
That's a real like Lucy sort of thing, you know.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But that's why some people go, "Oh, mom," or whatever. They go,
Alex, don't.
Their mind goes back to the better times.
Shit. So it's like all the good things just open up. It's a
natural thing that happens. And if you find yourself reminiscing like that, be careful. There's not like an ashtray coming down the street. You can only say, "Hey, Dane, what am I memory shit for?"
Yo, that is some Final Destination shit. Be like, "Oh yeah, we had a great picnic back then," and you turn around, there's a fucking truck.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Be careful though. If you're remembering too hard,
don't remember too hard.
If you remember when you're born, that's it. You're about to die.
Yo, and you got to really look around the way you're at, because if you're in your house, then something's going wrong. If you're outside, then something's coming towards you.
Yeah. so like your brain knowing your body's going to die, it releases a chemical, and some of that really opens up some of the memories you've had that, you know, I remember this, I remember that.
Yeah.
And you're looking back because you have to, like, it's a natural thing to do is look back in your life at what you've achieved and say, okay, I've left something for this world. And let's talk about films and not death.
Okay, yeah, films. Back to films. So, everyone's come out and everyone's really excited for How to Train Your Dragon. Have you seen How to Train Your Dragon, Alex?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah. Okay, so the trailer, the original, the trailer is really good. And what they tried to do was certain key moments, shot for shot.
Yeah, rehash.
But they've really gone into the cast. It looks really good.
Right.
So it's out next year, and everyone's kind of excited for it. Alex, what else are you looking at?
When in the first one, there weren't many dragons about, was there?
No. Well, there were, but they weren't, because dragons were the enemy.
Yeah.
We hated dragons.
Yes.
Yeah.
In this town, it was like, we hate dragons. They keep burning our town down.
Yeah, they keep fucking us up. Fucking dragons.
And then
they realised that, you had to come to harmony. Name?
I want to say, what's it in? She's all that? No. What's the one? Out of his league? Yeah.
The guy, I know who you're talking
about.
Skinny guy. He's part of that group.
Tropic Thunder guy.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I was in that movie, because then I could say I was there when they did this.
I was there.
I was there. I mean, like, you see how Charlie Sheen was on the set of Into Darkness or Apocalypse Now?
Was he?
Yeah, that's what he grew up on. His dad's in the movie.
Oh, snap.
And
so he was
sort
there
of like,
as a kid?
Yeah, in the Philippines while they're shooting this with loads of drugs, lots of weed. The Charlie Sheen you know today was formed on the set of
that is where
Apocalypse Now.
He was molded.
Yeah.
No wonder. His name is Jay Baruchel. Baruchel. That's the original guy who voiced the main dude from How to Train Your Dragon.
I've never said that name before.
Me neither. I feel like I've said it wrong. So the main guy's name's Hiccup. That's it. Hiccup Horrendous Haddock the Third. Oh, that's so cute.
He's older than me. Wow, Jay Baruchel.
Yeah, and I forgot Jared Butler was his dad. Alex, can I just say,
I forgot about that.
Every film of How to Train Your Dragon, and I've seen 3, I've cried. Every single one I've cried. Actually, no, the third one I didn't. I've only seen 1 and 2. What am I talking about? Both films, I've cried.
I've seen
1 and 2. I've cried.
The thing is, I saw the first 2, and then they did a TV show. But the thing is, the minute you watch a TV show, everything's dropped down by the 5 gigabytes.
Yeah,
like
it is janky.
The graphics, any effects.
I feel the same way about. Remember, The Little Mermaid had a TV show. That broke my heart. That hurt my heart because, like, you know, she had a black friend who was deaf, and I was like, "This is so cool." But you saw the same shots of her swimming away.
Sebastian's accent.
Yo, Alex.
It went from being Caribbean to Southern, maybe. Like fucking Cockney guy. Like, come on, we got to redub. We got to redub some of those cartoons. Errol, get down in there.
Get down here. Errol, get back here.
Errol in a man.
So, Alex, what have you looked at? Trailer or movie?
I've got a movie for you. I watched.
We haven't watched Dune. We haven't mentioned Dune.
We'll talk about Dune. We're doing the main because I think there's a few issues I have with that show. I want to share.
Okay.
It's maybe 10,000 years ahead of the story. Anyway, no, I was watching, and I've got this film for you to watch.
Okay.
Domino.
Yes, Domino.
2000. When did Domino come out?
2003.
Something like that. Yeah. Have you seen it?
I have seen it. I had seen it previously. And I tried to watch it again, and I was like, oh. I felt I needed 3D glasses. 2005.
Yeah, it is one of those
I was like,
Tony Scott where they over-stylized.
Oversaturated.
But, like, I liked it for that because there was a few of those films, like, he did True Romance, this, and Deja Vu, Denzel Washington. It's Ridley or Tony. Who would you have?
Ridley.
You'd have Ridley
every time because he's more in the sci-fi stuff. That's more my thing. As much as like shoot 'em ups are great, I'm not a shoot 'em up all the time person.
I'm no list of Tony Scott movies. You're gonna be upset.
Okay, I'm gonna bring list of Ridley Scott films.
I think it's just got Aliens and wow, Unstoppable, Taking of Pelham, Deja Vu, Domino, Man on Fire. Sorry, you can't beat Man on Fire. Now, whatever you say now. You can't beat Man on Fire. Enemy of the State.
I can beat Man on Fire.
Spy Game.
Easy.
Kathleen. True Romance. Crimson Tide.
Alex, ready? Alien. Blade Runner. Legend.
Kathleen.
Thelma and Louise, Alex.
Legend. Wait, stop. Legend. Legend's not a good movie.
It's a film.
What's it about?
It's about this one guy and he fancies a girl and she gets taken by a devil and he's got to go and save her and she sort of gets corrupted, but he's got to remind her how amazing she is. He's got to defeat the devil and then the end. Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's about it.
Wrong?
That's the gist of it.
Yeah.
It's Tom Cruise's debut, isn't it? Or
yeah, well, I think so. It's a good fantasy film, but it's really bad. But it's bad good.
Tim Curry plays the devil.
And he plays the best devil. Like to the point where it freaks me that freaked me out so much. It was so like scary. Anyway, Alex, other films.
It's a very dark film. Very dark film.
Other films, Alex.
Other films. I just
Thelma and Louise.
Top Gun.
G.I. Jane. Okay, I can't.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Alex, Gladiator.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. There. Is Gladiator better than Beverly Hills Cop?
Yes.
We're gonna have to do like a FA Cup or something like that where FA Cup. I know what you mean. Is it a trial? What's it called? Playoffs. Yeah, playoffs. I'm trying to think of the word. Where's
Alex, it? Black Hawk Down.
Black Hawk Down. Kevin, no one saw that film.
I saw it.
Days of Thunder.
Kingdom of Heaven. You love that film, Alex. Alex!
Yeah. No. I've already done those films.
American Gangster.
I said I rate that film.
Yes, Alex, you do.
I like it, but I don't rate it.
Alex.
Do you know what annoys me about that film?
Yeah.
Is that, like, it annoys me. The Grey.
The Martian.
The Martian. Kathleen.
It's a good film. I like The Martian.
Watch once and then watch again.
I've watched The Martian several times.
Yeah, but it's hard to watch the second time.
No, it's not.
It's very difficult to watch. You have to watch in bits. You watch it unskipped. See, look at you lying to yourself. To yourself.
To our reality.
To my reality. Labyrinth.
No,
that's a mini-series. No, don't worry about that. Gettysburg. Okay, it was okay.
I've run out of films.
Executive producer. That's why I'm looking at. I want to see what he directed.
I'm in directors.
Movies.
Are you into executive producing?
I'm in his IMDb, and I just wanted to have the directors.
I'm in the directors.
Okay, so let's go from the beginning.
From the top.
Right. In order. Not in order. Fucking Danger Zone. All right, Kevin. What's your number one out of the list? Mm-hmm. Your number one.
My number one.
Number one list? Ridley Scott movie.
One that I'll watch again and again.
Yeah.
You know what? Funny enough, is Gladiator.
Yeah.
It's
Although
Gladiator.
I can't watch unskipped. I
can watch it unskipped actually.
I can watch it unskipped, but
yeah.
I've watched it more skipped, just the battle scenes and stuff.
Yeah. I think I have skipped the bit with his wife and kid. Like I was like,
yeah, you don't really see much.
Anything, but you just feel it.
The longer version, the longer version where he fights his way out of the guys trying to kill him, and there's a bit more drama, and they even do an investigation at how he escaped and why the guy who betrays him, his general, becomes on his side at the end because he was going to kill him because he escaped and you didn't tell him about it and I didn't know. So yeah, Gladiator I think above Alien.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alien I have to skip. Why? Because there's so many like quiet moments that I'm just like the beginning. I will skip until the egg opens. You know, that part.
Well, it's got all the great scenes of the whole.
Yeah, no, I do all that. But then when they're looking for it, like
that's when it gets scary.
It's a bit slow, and so I skip to certain parts.
So he did Beverly Hills Cop 2, but not 1.
I think I like Beverly Hills Cop 2, mate.
The top 2, they're both really good, but 2 is more family friendly, I'd say. 1, his friend dies at the beginning, and he's gonna go avenge his friend's death. His friend, ironically, is the guy in Django. The slave guy is on the horses at the beginning of Django. Shit. That's the same guy who gets killed as his friend. So Top Gun, Beverly Hills Cop 2, Days of Thunder, Last Boy Scout, True Romance. So all films from the 80s and 90s that were top of their game because they weren't all out action. They could pick a subject like NASCAR and make a thrilling movie out of it. You know, I give him that. I mean, so why isn't... What else? Your top 5. Give me top 5.
Okay, my top 5.
Alien.
Okay, so...
Alien's out.
All right, so my top 5 are Gladiator. Alien.
Ooh.
I'm going to say, funny enough, Prometheus.
We talked about it last time, didn't we? About how much you didn't like it.
No, Covenant I didn't like. Aliens Covenant I didn't like. Prometheus was
alright.
Was
Except for the guy get lost in his own match.
Yeah.
And with the guy that's the most scared, that ain't going down there. I'm like, okay, don't go down there then. So why'd you go down there then?
Oh, just fucking love it.
Had all the tropes.
And Black Hawk Down, that's number 4.
Black Hawk Down.
I actually really like that film.
I've only seen that in bits. I didn't. You know how much I love history.
Yeah.
I didn't know that even happened until I saw the movie.
I think because it feels like current history, even though it was but it feels so current. Yeah.
Also, most of the cast were English.
Yeah.
It launched a lot of careers of people that didn't know that person was English. I watched it once and it was brutal and kind of sad. Especially was the woman in the helicopter or something like that? She stuck in a helicopter.
Yeah, shit, dude. I can't remember
bits
of it.
But there was like a helicopter person that was a woman, and there was like fears of her getting caught or something like that. I can't remember either. And
my last one I've thought about is gonna be Blade Runner, and
which you have never seen.
I have seen parts.
You've never seen Blade Runner.
I have seen parts of Blade Runner.
When Dad tried to make us watch that film,
it was the hardest. It was the hardest thing in the universe.
There was no context.
No, not at all. I didn't get it. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Obviously, as a child, it was more like, what's going on?
There's no why are these buildings? Why is it always nighttime? Like, have some daytime in it.
Make it make sense.
Why was it? It's a noir, futurist noir, but we've never seen noir. Yeah. Like, what? We've never...
It's a neo-noir, but it's really for sci-fi nerds and adults who... are into that in the 70s, 80s. It doesn't make sense for kids.
Bro, when Mum gave birth to us, you did not download your memories to us. We don't have...
What is that type of memory called? It's like idyllic memory? No. It's genetic memory. Just genetic memory.
But normally it's for instincts.
I was going to say like rats.
Fear and stuff. Like, yeah.
Rats and mice.
And smells and stuff. There's some smells that will make you go, ugh. Or make someone go, ah.
Yeah.
Do you know, my top 5.
Hit me with your top 5.
Not in any order. Deja Vu. Man on Fire. 2 Denzel films. True Romance.
Okay.
Last Boy Scout.
Really?
Yeah, because that was a fun film to watch.
It was, but I can't rewatch that. I tried and I was like, oh, no.
No, because it's a black and white buddy cop movie with neither of them being cops. One's an American football player and one is is Bruce Willis. And it's one of those scenes where, I've seen titties for the first time. No, it's not.
I'm thinking about a different film. I am thinking about a different film.
Yeah, what do you think of?
I was thinking about the picture, it has Arnie like swinging out of...
Last Action Hero.
That's it. Like that film I can't watch again.
I watched it the first time, and it's the first time where, yes, I was scared of Charles Dance as a bad guy, but when he became the Lannisters, Tywin Lannister, I was like, that is the perfect casting. The bad guy from Ali G.
Yes, 100%. Because I remember what happened to him in Jamaica, and he was basically in some like thong high up garter and just like shaking his batty. Going back to batty.
Did he twerk? He twerked.
I think he twerked.
Oh,
and I love it. You know, you've got such a Shakespearean theatrical actor, like just being funny. Like, well done.
Catherine, I tell you what, The Dictator I saw the other day, and that film secretly is a lot funnier than because of the things, right? Yeah, half the people he killed were like in New York, just living their lives. He just set them free. So he hasn't got war crimes or nothing because everybody he killed from the first person's there. Like, and like the way they killed his mum though, at the beginning, they took the mum away. It's like he was born to no mother. No, they killed her off. I know, but like it's when you can laugh at death. Anyway, so I've got two more choices, and it's either I don't like Top Gun. I think everyone else loves Top Gun. I don't like Top Gun.
You know what? I did watch Top Gun Maverick to like, you know, a point where they were planning stuff and they were trying to do that epic
over the mountain down.
Yeah. And I was just like, this is a really good idea.
Yes.
But as soon as he like suddenly has a love interest, I'm like, oh, I'm out. It feels like they're doing the classic spooning in a woman for like, you know, to make him more human, for him to have a purpose. So it's not just about America. It's about like being a man. I was like, oh, shut the front door.
This is the problem with this movie. The women would have aged out of the role.
Big time. But he had Jennifer Connelly, and she's of age.
What was she doing at the time? She's been a kid in Labyrinth.
Yeah. Jennifer Connelly. Connelly?
She would have been. She was a kid in Labyrinth at the time.
Yeah, she was.
I'm telling you, right? Meg Ryan was his mate's missus.
53.
Who is?
Jennifer Connelly. She's like the same as Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise in his 60s, 70s.
No, he's in his 60s. 62. Alex, come on. That's much better than Tom Cruise and a freaking 25-year-old.
I wasn't judging that.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying to the universe, anyone listening.
No, because when he was doing this film, the first one, Top Gear, it was when he was in his 20s.
Yeah, well.
And when she was doing Labyrinth, she was like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know.
It wasn't him in Labyrinth. It was
She's in Labyrinth.
Oh, she. I thought you were talking about Tom.
Jennifer Connelly's in Labyrinth while he's doing Top Gun.
Oh, you're saying at the same time.
At the same time, their careers are doing.
Right. So he was in his 20s. She was like 16.
Teenager, yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
it's the classic. Once your frontal lobe is developed and you're old enough, it's all right.
We've had this discussion in the last one about age. I don't care about age as long as the person is of sound mind. But the woman in Top Gear, Kelly McGillis.
Please no, I don't fully agree with that. But obviously, we've already spoken about.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. No, I said my policies. I don't care about.
No, I'm just saying because like my silence was loud, so I'm just like, just in case anyone noticing, I don't necessarily agree with that.
Okay, so age difference. Yes, I get some people are a bit more stupid and less world knowledgeable.
Their knowledge is poof.
But I'm not sure if that has anything to do with whether someone else loves another person. I'm not sure if that's if they could mutually benefit off each other, then it's nothing to do with me. Honestly, it's just I agree with you if it's someone being manipulated, controlled. That's the only thing.
Yeah, cool.
Back to Tony Scott. Just finished. Tony.
Yeah, you
Tony
said
really,
you like Top Gun because it's not really.
I don't like Top Gun, but I think it's one of his best films because of what it did for its time.
Got loads of guys into the military.
Same thing with Days of Thunder. So for me to recount True Romance, Last Boy Scout, Deja Vu, Domino, and Man on Fire. That's 5. I was gonna go for 6 there. Damn.
You going for 6?
No, I think I counted 6 originally. But no, I feel like, yes, he's the quieter brother with less of a budget, but he actually did some really instrumental films.
Yeah, and I think that's the best thing about two siblings being in the same industry. I think being able to have their own mark on it, and also like make a difference and have their own creative license without being roped in together. That's why, like, as much as the Wachowskis are like good at what they do, I would prefer if like they weren't so attached to each other.
Yeah, they weren't trying to be psychic with each other, knowing each other once.
But I feel the same way about the what they called the brothers who did what's it called?
Coen brothers?
No, not the Coens. The Coens I freaking love, but same thing. Can you separate a bit? They did Infinity War and Endgame.
Those two brothers. Yeah, the Italian Americans.
Because they also came from the Community batch. They also did a couple of episodes in Community.
Yeah.
They were part of like, the Dan Harmon nerdy, aughts directors who then got big and Disney picked up and all that.
They did the Captain America Civil War, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get their names up because.
I think Ridley and Tony Scott are just
the Russos.
The Russos, that's it. And I feel the same way about the twins who did Stranger Things. They're also like a set.
Yeah, it's nice when you've got like a working relationship with.
Because your sibling knows. Like Alex, if you ever wanted to do a film and I was on it, I think we would make a good partnership and we would get it done. But at the same time, I know you go off and do your own thing, and I'll go off and do my own thing.
The ability to be able to go off and do your own thing.
Yes.
Like, make this project for now, and then later...
Go off and do my own thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think whatever property, Alex, that we decided to do, it would be something that we both love. Like some action film that turns into something completely different. That makes you go, wait, what to happen? But then we'd have enough money in our own production house and I'll go over there and do like some really interesting gay romance. And then you would go off and do like some historical battle piece that is mainly just one big battle from different angles.
We have 300 angles. We have below the mud. We can see below the mud.
Like 80, more like 800 horses, like 600 actors.
Before you go on, Kathleen, I have to say, I really enjoyed the film I was reviewing, Domino.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Go back to Domino. Jesus.
No. I was going
to
say, but like we were talking about the whole culture and everything, and I want to say two things. It ages very well because a lot of the actors are still going and look almost the same.
Yeah.
And you're looking at it like, oh my God, it's him, it's her, it's him. And it was nice to see that. Some actors before they're famous, some actors as they're going out, some before they're gone crazy, like Monique.
Yeah.
She's a big part in this film, but like, yes, I feel like you can see a little bit of this crazy Monique that's there now. Like, she's trying to, but that's the character she's playing. And, yes, so I enjoyed it, and I kept on pausing it because I wanted to go, Kathleen! Because I needed you to see a bit of it, but like, yeah.
I was not sitting there. Oh, that makes me want to cry.
So yeah, that was my film. What have you got lined up to talk about? Do you want to talk about Dune?
Yeah, let's talk about Dune because, to be honest, as much as I've watched stuff, there's stuff that hadn't come out yet, but I should have watched before we started recording. Yeah. So next time we record, I will be talking about Wicked, for instance.
Wicked.
How it's basically had the Barbie treatment, Alex. Like, it is exploded. And also Gladiator. And it's interesting they haven't done a Gladdy Wicked, they haven't done a Barbieheimer. Like, there've been two separate things that have come out and have been just as big, So, and obviously one's can be seen as quite girly and one can be seen as, machismo. But yes, let's go to Dune Prophecy. Point. Alex, thoughts?
I felt that was Dune from Wish.
What kills me is I swear Wish doesn't exist anymore.
I think it doesn't.
Oh my god! Why is this? The term is like
Temu now.
Yeah, Temu. Am I the only one who says Temu?
I think I've heard Temu. I've heard Tamu or I heard someone said Tamu and was like,
Tamu.
It's not Tamu, bro. You're going too far. Like.
Stop changing the spelling.
I've heard Temu, and Temu.
Okay, so I'm all right. Temu. Are we saying Temu or Temu?
I'm saying Temu.
Okay, Temu.
It sounds like disrespect.
Alex, it's Dune, but from Temu.
Kathleen, I feel like
it's so deep, Alex.
So
That's
what?
Deep.
Basically, you see
deep.
When he
are we spoiling it? Because I need to spoil this.
No, it's the first episode. I'm just talking about design.
Okay,
the set design. Set design. All right. they've got these like concrete walled with the hollow chip thing like for sound, but it's something that was taken from the desert in the first film, and so they're taking direct design steps from the first film, but the first film set 10,000 years later. Yeah. So I can't see, and that took a progression of human existence
10,000
in
years.
10,000 years.
Alex, I would get it if it was in a couple of 100 years later, or 100 years before.
Yeah.
We wouldn't moved on that much. But 10,000 years, you're telling me everything looks the same.
Everything's the same.
Bruv.
The technology's the same.
Bruv.
Economics, history.
Ships, everything. I expect some aging to have gone on.
Everything is the same.
Hello.
And...
Firstly, why did they do this?
I think
who called for this?
I think it needed a story. I think it could have been nice to have done this.
What I've understand through watching all the other things like heavy spoilers and like Brian Irvey, right? Is that his name? Either way, like looking at different people who break down TV shows and stuff. From my understanding is that there's so much in the Duneverse or the Dune-sphere, so many books that are written. There's so much that was written by the main guy. Then his son, yeah.
Kirkman,
so there's so much that they've expanded on that it makes sense when you've got loads of content to then make something new. It's just that design-wise, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. But
at all.
But when they're trying to draw a direct path from human history to today, to the today in the story, I understand how certain things they want to keep the same, but even when they're talking about the Fremen and they're talking about their society develops over 10,000 years, they were people that went there to like as a pilgrimage. Why are they still in a pilgrimage state of like learning the planet? Why are they fully gone to 10,000 years later? Like they tell you it's 10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides. And 150 years after the last robot's been destroyed. So last thinking machine. So that was good. And it starts off like well paced. But I mean, I did love the whole Bene Gesserit story where the old Queen Mother when she was in the battlefield and then I liked the exposition. But I did have a problem with that. Please tell me what your first thoughts of it were.
First thoughts were, why?
I knew it because you already said why?
Alex, I think, you know what? Like, you know, we were talking about the last moments that you see before you die.
Yeah.
And mine is going to be like, why?
Not like this.
Not like this. Not like this. As the truck comes and doof. All right, okay. So essentially, after I had my why moment, I was then like, okay, so
it's a female-led show.
No. Just because it's female-led, don't mean it's good. You know, it's a bonus, but at the same time, I was just like, how is this not 5 minutes before Dune? You know, you're still talking about trying to get spice. You still got spice issues. And, you know, so you've had 10,000 years of spice issues. And then I'm just like, I would have loved for it to have been during the war. You know, like the first couple of episodes are the ending of that war with the thinking machine. Falling. Yeah, because they're so high tech. They're so high fucking tech. Yeah. That you losing those machines and
you set yourself back.
You're back. So I would love to see them like having to figure out things by themselves, you know? And like with the Bene Gesserit being so secluded and stuff, they're probably used to it. But what about the current emperor and having to rearrange and figure out like how do they live without machines doing everything for them? I would have loved that. And even like them mentioning the fact that certain people had their brains taken out and put into machines so that they have like longevity and can live forever, and like, you know, and talking about people who did, you know, like expanding on that.
It's a rejection of technology because they saw what it led to, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and I get the whole genetic history thing. I just think that there's nothing that pulls me back to watching the second episode. You know. I feel like I can predict everything, and I'm just like, maybe.
I felt like I know I could predict everything. I felt that maybe it could have just detached from all the families in the show.
Yeah. Why have we got Harkonnen? Why are we talking about Atreides? Like,
yeah, why are we talking about these?
There's how many other families?
There's meant to be 500 families, 50 families, something like that in there, and
where are they?
We still haven't seen anyone from any other house, anyone from any other.
But that's them linking it back to the film, like, you know, because everyone's heard Paul Atreides like 6 billion times,
and that's,
or El Kaib. You know, it's just like we've heard these.
But the thing is, right? I would have. There's too many TV shows. Like I remember Droids. Do you remember Droids? It was a spin-off of R2D2. And
animated, right? Yeah.
But every week I watched it because I wanted to see a lightsaber fight, and I never got to see a lightsaber fight because it wasn't one of those TV shows. And
also, like, I don't want to be anti-Star Wars, but lightsabers have changed so much from the original lightsabers, where anything it touches, it burns through, to like, and you know, reflecting back blasters. To then like
having space fuel. I'm sorry,
bruv.
From the time they put it in a movie, everything that happened before that was a waste of time.
100%.
Like, they keep putting these, not MacGuffins, what do they call them in?
Yeah, kind of like MacGuffin, you know, they just changed, or is it
redacting? No.
Retrospectively changing everything. But either way, going back to Dune Prophecy, I think, like, the one that I really did love was the costumery.
Yeah.
I liked what they did in terms of, like, making the Bene Gesserit, like, bland. You know, but also intriguing. Yes. So very sharp, like ninjas. And I also love the fact that when the two Bene Gesserits who were like communicating through like hand signals and basically sign language.
Yeah.
I thought that was really clever.
Do you not see it in the film?
I didn't clock that.
No, in the film they did it in the film. When they talk to each other, they do a whole.
I didn't.
But they also can meant to be speaking.
Yeah. It mentally,
telepathically.
Like, you know, like, girl, did you see?
I think in the film they could have done the whole Bene Gesserit thing better in terms of how they communicate and how, you know, they are trying something.
But we've all seen TV shows or films or any property where there's one person who really thinks that they've got it all in the hand, and then when it comes down to it, they maybe don't, and they're too stubborn not to listen to everyone, or their side person, you know, the person who they trust, you know, to listen to them when they go, oh, maybe slow down, maybe we should try things slightly differently. They're so adamant and stuck on the fact that they are right, almost like a acolyte.
Yeah, no, it's Acolyte would be good. Sycophant.
Sycophant, yeah.
No, Acolyte is just as good.
No, it's only because I'm playing like Baldur's Gate. And I'm like, oh yeah, Acolyte. That's a great word.
Catherine, quick side thing, right? Do you want
sidebar? Sidebar.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when it's
wait. When some loyalty, right?
Loyalty.
How far does loyalty go for you in terms of you being loyal for someone? Would, like, you know, when someone else jump off it, would you jump off it with them?
That's not loyalty. You're stopping them from jumping. That's loyalty.
It could be. All right. So, you know, you get rich people, the Kanye's out there, that people who are loyal to them are just yes men because they want to stay in that
loyalty.
aura.
That's not loyalty. When I was young and really stupid, I thought Michael Jackson, all he needs is a hug. This is when he was alive. And I thought, you know, if I was next to him, if I was part of his people, I would be protecting him from himself. Because you're protecting them. That's part of
that's
loyalty.
all well and good.
Yeah.
But the person sees you and reminds you of all the things they've got to do. And the other person that tells them yes all the time reminds them of the things that they don't have to do and they can get on with and just have fun. And so you become that representation for all the tough decisions and stuff. And then you start getting
the flack. You get the weight on your shoulders. Yeah. I think there is a limit. There is a limit. You know, like like for instance, if you and me were Bene Gesserits, for instance, and you were the one who were getting all the stuff, and I was like, you know, the one supporting you and helping to big you up and stuff. If it got to the point where you blatantly weren't listening to me, and you were just doing your own thing,
sort of thing,
and you're also being a dick about it, I'd be like, listen, you got 3 strikes, then I'm off. I'm off.
You're doing the strike system.
I'm doing the strike system because that's when you'll listen.
Can you get strikes back?
What is strikes back?
Like, say if you fucked up and I'm on 2 of your strikes.
Yeah.
And you fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm taking a strike back. I'm taking that strike. You give me?
Can't take a strike.
No, there we go.
Give me a strike back.
I'm going to peel paper like strike. There you go.
Listen, give me back the yellow card.
Refund the yellow card.
Refund it.
What you should do is just have a hat full of strikes.
A hat full of strikes.
And like every time you fuck up, Kathleen, you got to take one of the strikes.
Yeah, take an L.
And the first person to 3 loses.
And then what happens? Like, you've got to give up the house or something.
Yeah.
Got to cut off your arm. But like, I think there is a limit to loyalty. I think blind loyalty is where you're basically like a cult member. I can't deal with that. And that's why, like, all those people, no offense to anyone out there who is a blind follower, but we weren't brought up like that. And I think you should always question everything. You know, have questions. Questions denote intelligence and denotes curiosity. Have questions. If the priest is telling you that this Kool-Aid is amazing and it will take you X, Y, and Z, have questions. Question it. Don't just believe it. You know, like, even if we go back to religion, the Bible does ask you to question things.
But with those situations, especially with the Kool-Aid situation, there's peer pressure. Mm-hmm. It's not just the leaders saying, it's anybody that you might consider a friend that follows the leader. Anyone in that circle. It one of those things. You think it's just the relation between you and the guy at head. It's you and everyone around you.
The community.
And the guy at head.
It's true.
And then what happens is they all talk when you're not talking about you and about what you've done and how it's
affected everything.
He hasn't towed the party line. He's not doing the right thing. Blah blah blah.
And if it's your only community, leaving that is really hard. I must admit, that's the one thing that's bad about me. I do have like mob mentality sometimes. Community, like I not even that. I can be peer pressured into doing something. You know, if I think that I haven't tried it before, maybe this person's right. Maybe I should try. Then I would try it. You know, and that could be seen as being like peer pressured into doing things. So I imagine being part of these these Bene Gesserits. I could be peer pressured to, like, you know, look into the minds of this criminal and discover what's going on.
I've done crowd confirmation where, like, if everyone's doing it, then it must be right. But like it's for something I wanted.
Yeah, like you secretly wanted, but you couldn't justify.
Yeah. But when that riots happened in 2011. I was like, at first I was like, shit, I would have gone down there and get myself a TV because everyone's doing it. But if I wasn't such a stoner, I would have probably been down there. But then day later, you see the 72 hours thing, right?
Yeah.
I left it 2-3 days later. That's when it started getting dark, started getting rubbish, started getting...
So is that you listening to that 72 hours and just taking a chill pill?
Yeah.
And then seeing how the ground lays afterwards, The
world isn't ending. The government is collapsing.
Alex.
And they put people in prison for 5 years for taking a pair of shoes.
Alex, 100%.
So, yeah, I was saying, like...
The one bit that kills me is I think I was either on a night out or I was at a convention and you called me saying there's a bus on fire in Tottenham. I was like, what? You're like, yeah, there's a bus on fire in Tottenham. I'm like, what the hell? And then next day, that's when it all kicked off. And it's really interesting. One of the best things about the riot, funniest, was the guy who came out with a bag of rice. I was like, this guy is he's a good boy. He's doing it for his mother. A good boy. I was like, if that was my son, I'll get him the best legal advice because that is a good boy.
Like, he stole food. Like, it wasn't TVs. Like,
no, it wasn't about TV. He wasn't getting bikes. He wasn't raiding Argos. He went and got a bag of rice. And, you know, not even a normal bag. This is like a mega bag of rice, you know, one that lasts a couple of months.
And you know that guy who had a carpet store that caught on fire and it was really sad. I thought there was something darker about him. I felt like he didn't like black people in his shop or something like that. The way he was going on, like...
because black people don't buy carpets, apparently. You know, we just live with wooden floors. Like, Jesus.
Can I say something, though?
What?
It's almost racist there. There's a few times...
Alex, you have to stop yourself.
No, I have to say it right. It's a few times that when, especially renting to... Nigerian people have asked us to lift the carpets off the floor and wooden floors because that's what we're used to. Same thing with some of the Asian families that have lived in some of the places. They ask for the carpet to be lifted up, and I think that's a cultural thing because they wear slippers in the house or something.
That's very interesting because every time I go over to a different friend's house who are like Asian or African or whatever, or even sometimes Mediterranean, when they have tile flooring, I'm like... Interesting.
It's cold in the morning.
It's cold. And I feel like you do need slippers. But tile flooring is so much easier to clean, you know,
yes,
and to really keep it like just crystal. It's so much easier. So I can understand like them being used to it.
Have you ever slipped on a carpet?
Yes.
I've never slipped on a carpet.
Going down the stairs.
I've fallen over.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the same thing.
Because you slipped on a carpet.
Yeah, but that's not even. You wouldn't even say that's lining. That's stair lining. They don't even call stair carpet.
It's not carpet. I have I've slipped before, but yeah, it's an interesting concept. This.
Yeah, I've cleaned the floor and then slipped on it straight away and blocked my head and my leg. Whereas on a carpet, I've hoovered it and just sat down and watched the film.
And then boom.
No, Kathleen.
Alex.
One of the things of this podcast is we started talking about Dune Prophecy. Someone's listening to a review of Dune Prophecy, and now we're talking about slipping.
Slipping on carpets.
We need somebody else to say Dune Prophecy.
Yeah, let's go back to Dune Prophecy. I'm sorry, anyone listening.
Do we have to? Do we go back to it?
No, okay, Alex. Would you keep watching? I will keep watching
it because the next episode came out yesterday, and I will watch it.
Yeah.
What are you watching on Now TV?
Yeah, it's on Now TV. Okay, so I'm watching it.
Cool. I need to keep watching The Penguin.
Yep, I need to keep on The Penguin
because I wanted to watch it one long ago. Because thing is, sometimes it's so tense. You're like, oh, how are you gonna get out of this one?
It's only like watching The Penguin and then seeing him walk. I'm like, this guy's the Penguin. You know what I mean? Like, I never thought anyone could do the Penguin like Danny DeVito. And like, I realized that Danny DeVito was just doing a version. This is the thing about DC. It's so diverse. There's different versions of the same characters. And so Danny DeVito's different version is completely different from Colin Firth's version.
It is.
Colin Firth is gritty.
They allow interpretations.
Which Marvel doesn't allow.
The problem is, they do. It's just that I think they keep it together. Well, what's happened is they had too many versions in DC, and then now they only got 52.
Yeah, I thought they got rid of the new 52.
I don't know,
but
okay. Like all I know is that it
got silly, and they honed it in.
At one point, they tried to make them all the same story, and then how many times can you defeat the Joker in
how
in
many
lifetime?
Well, not defeat the Joker. Like I was just saying to a mate earlier that Arkham Asylum, you just check in and get a stamp and walk back out again. I'm like, wow.
I mean, if you take two different comics, yeah, but if you do it like one, whoever wrote this comic and you don't see Joker again, that would make sense. But like it's too many writers. They hired too many writers and too many people who might do something with the story, and yeah, it's the most popular. He's the most popular superhero. You're gonna get so many people writing fanfics.
What am I gonna watch?
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch Wicked, and I'm gonna watch Gladiator 2. Those are the two I'm going to watch. I'm trying to find a screening that has subs because I think with something like Gladiator, it may be really loud and stuff. So it'd be good to watch subbed. And what else am I going to watch? There's so much coming up, Alex. I'm just going to keep my eye on stuff.
I'm checking out what's on Now TV. But I checked out Disney had the new season of The Old Man.
The Old Man.
And I liked the first half of that show. But as it got on, it slowed down a bit considerably.
The Old Man. Who's in that?
It is the dude.
Oh yeah.
On Disney.
I swear, Alex, we've had some deaths this year, but they've mainly been black guys. I really hope we don't lose Jeff.
Kathleen, do you think Alec Baldwin will never act again, like in a main film?
He just got out of he got acquitted. And
that was so stupid the way they did that, by the way.
So I think it's really scarred him. I think they still brought out the film though, right?
I think they're still planning to. So
I think maybe he will go back into acting, but I think he's going to do something different. You know?
Do you think it'd be Trump again?
They need a SNL actor. Yeah, they do need one, and he played him last time. So that'll be very on the nose. That'll be very on the nose.
He had such a good
he did great
10, 15 years of just 30 Rock, and then
30 Rock was awesome. 30 Rock was so good.
Oh my god. Logan, I watched Logan in black and white the other day.
Oh, how was it?
Still the sad film. I was like, how many times has Professor X died?
On camera?
In live action. How many times has he died in live action?
Twice.
X-Men 3?
Mm-hmm. And Logan.
And the Doctor Strange film.
I don't count that one.
Why not?
Because she would never, ever, ever be able to take out Professor X. And I refuse to accept that. So, yeah, I think he just put her in a reality where she thinks she took him out. Anyway, 2 films.
I feel like Professor X has died way too many times to still be Professor X. I think he technically was dead in the Deadpool movie. because I killed my brother in utero.
Yeah, in utero.
Um,
what did you think about the Cassandra that played Cassandra?
If she goes on to do more of it, I would be interested to see. But that whole storyline was really sad in the first place, and it was a reaction to the films in the first place. The reason how that happened is when they started wearing the black leather in the costumes.
Yeah.
And was it M for Extinction? No, E for Extinction, or something like that. There was a few storylines which were like, it got a bit Alan Moore in terms of drawings, a bit more gravelly.
I remember it being very much circle and two arms. And they had like the black kind of ribbed for her pleasure sort of uniform.
Ribbed for her pleasure.
I was just like, who's taking the lead in this at Marvel HQ? What's going on?
And you haven't seen what's name all along?
Agatha All Along.
Yeah.
Like I was telling someone recently, I'm not really into the magic end of the Marvel universe right now because it's been shit. But I've heard good things about Agatha All Along, which is really annoying. So I'm like, is Disney back? Oh, sorry, is Marvel Disney back? Is it good again? And will I watch Newfound Order? You know, the next Captain America?
Okay.
I feel like I would. Would I watch the
Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts?
That's what I thought that was.
No, two different ones.
I thought I saw some Thunderbolts in
Thunderbolts is one series and Newfound Order is another series. So Newfound Order is Captain America. Thunderbolts is like, I'm going to say the Suicide Squad essentially, but of Marvel.
Thunderbolts were originally with Captain America.
Yeah, they've got so popular.
Are they the new Thunderbolts or the 1940s Thunderbolts?
Well, it's going to have Bucky, but it's going to have sister of Scarlett Johansson. Florence Pugh is going to have her in it. Yeah. It's going to have Captain Russia, and it's going to have who else is in it? Who else is in the Thunderbolts?
Do you know I'm going to say this again. My problem with Florence Pugh.
Alex, stop hating on her. Oh, sorry, it's a film.
Kathleen, she's the same shape as an Amazon box, right?
Alex, what is wrong with you?
How can your shoulders be the same difference?
How can you, as a man...
If you put her head sideways on her shoulders, they'd be the same. You could fit a third head on either side of her...
Well, firstly, the Thunderbolts is going to be a film. My bad. It's a film instead of...
No, she only does films. I think... When you said her, I thought it would be a film because I've not seen her in a TV show.
I think she's done a TV show before.
I think she's trying to... Because there's still a lot of people that don't want to do TV stuff. Unless it's like a small... It's commitment, Kathleen. Commitment.
Yeah, it's a whole fucking year. Or like 6 months or something. Where you can get like 2.5 films in. Or at least one good film.
I tried to watch the first episode of that Shard Lake with Sean Bean and...
Yeah, I remember. You were well into... You're like, Sean Bean's back. And it was like, maybe not.
No, my name is Earl.
My name is who? Oh, yeah. So the people who are in Thunderbolts, you've got, Black Widow 2. You've got The Century. You've got someone called Mel. You've got Harrison Ford. You've got Bucky. You've got John Walker. You've got Captain Russia. You've got the Taskmaster, and you've got Ava Starr. You know the Ant-Man 2, like that ghostish woman. Yeah, you got her in it.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm glad they brought that character back because she had a whole agenda, but I would like to see what she's like when she's not pissed off.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Maybe she was calmer and like.
Yeah, chill, woman.
Chill, Winston.
Chill, Winston. That's the Thunderbolts, and then you got Newfound Order, which I think will have Bucky anyway, because
I saw a trailer for a new Star Wars thing, and it's like
new Star Wars,
Knights of the Old Republic or something, but it's for kids or something.
Oh, right. Oh god,
it actually looked alright.
Outlaws? No.
Would you watch another season of Andor?
Yes, I would. I need to watch the first season first, but I would.
Really? You didn't watch the first season?
I think it had so much hype around it. I was like, oh.
See, look, I watched it to hate watch because it was the...
And then you loved it.
It's a show... No, I'm not sure if I do love it because of the pacing. All
right, the TV shows of Star Wars, top 5. Andor's in it. Andor's in it.
Mandalorian's number 1, right?
Mando, yeah.
So let's go from there. Mandalorian number 1. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Really?
No, I'm asking. Did you watch it? Did you like it?
I watched the first episode. Didn't like it. Moved
on. Eventually, the show got quite good, but it was like Why Are You Holding Back?
Why are you holding back?
Why are you holding back, though?
Why are you holding back?
I did like Visions.
Yeah, you did like Visions. So the things that I watched with
The
you.
first
were pretty good.
one. I need to watch. That's Resistance.
So Mando, Visions.
Star Wars Resistance. I haven't seen that. It looks good. I heard that was good. I've not seen Ashoka. Boba Fett. I'm not putting on this list because that was terrible. It just felt like it was doing what it was supposed to do, but rather than showing us. And he had random people just in modern clothing, modern Earth clothing, just running around. I think they need to sort the wardrobe out with that show. I'm not sure they're going to make another one because they don't need to. What other TV shows have they been covering? You know,
Okay, so the list here is The Mandalorian. These are the live actions. So Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Andor, Ashoka, The Acolyte, and Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew.
Which comes out December 3rd, so next week.
I think that's the advert I saw.
Skeleton Crew.
It was like, I think it was Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
But,
can't really comment on that one yet.
no, there isn't a top 5 because there's not enough to do it then.
There's like...
Yeah, it was, Skeleton Crew, exactly what it is. It's Jude Law. Yeah, I want to watch that. Jude Law with a bunch of kids in space.
Oh, that sounds cool.
So I'm saying, it looked like fun.
All right, okay, so let's hold off on this. It's out next week, so let's at least watch one episode and then see how we feel.
Okay.
I feel like you've asked me loads of questions. Let me ask you a question, Alex. Would you watch Agatha all along? Or did you watch it?
I haven't watched it, and I don't think it's going to fill a knowledge hole unless she comes back and becomes a main bad guy.
I think she is coming back to be a main bad guy.
But, she's never going to be as powerful as Scarlet Witch. Until they deal with Scarlet Witch.
I don't know what they're doing. I can't predict because it's already out, but, we should look at it.
But she's, the MCU's fucked up right now.
Yeah, it's a bit.
They haven't done a proper MCU movie since
Endgame. Yeah.
Why? Because of various reasons.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking.
It's been lovely to talk to you this week.
Oh, wait, before you go, really, really quickly, Alex, could you do me a favour? Can you watch one episode, just one, of Arcane?
Yeah.
Okay, wicked. Okay, so Arcane is a spin-off of League of Legends.
That's it. Oh, okay. League of Legends, the video game?
Yes, Alex, but... Alex,
I thought we were doing that.
So you know how he said yes a minute ago?
I watch it.
No, you changed...
I'll be disappointed.
Alex, you're whinging. Stop whinging.
I can whinge.
Alex, you would like it. You would like it. The animation's really good.
I'm going to find something you're going to hate to watch.
Okay, come on then. Send me it. What? Come.
While I'm on Boost,
Come we go.
I want you to watch Boba Fett. How's Boba Fett?
Okay, fine. I'll watch one episode of Boba Fett.
Watch Andor. All
right. Shake it.
You'll enjoy it. No, you'll enjoy it. I don't know shake.
No, give me something that I wouldn't like or that is challenging.
No, I want to talk to you about it.
All right, cool, Alex. I'll watch Andor. Alex, I watched 2 episodes of Andor. You got to watch 2 episodes of Arcane.
Why has it gone up? Why have you suddenly brought it up like that?
Because don't mess around, Alex. It'll go up to 4.
We don't mess around and we'll just watch the whole season.
I need to talk to someone about it, okay?
Yeah, okay, cool. But that's one of the topics we're supposed to talk about this week or next week. We'll come up with a list of things I'm desperate for you to watch.
Yeah.
Things you're desperate for me to watch. Yeah. And why we should watch them.
Yeah, well, we're too stubborn. Excellent. Are you writing this down?
No, because we already had it written down somewhere.
Okay, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for listening to our podcast. Sorry we've spiraled off. Alex, we're coming up to the Christmas season, so we need to think of Christmas stuff to chat about. If you have any ideas of things that Alex and I should chat about, send us a message on Instagram or Facebook. We are around, or even if this is on YouTube, put in a comment because occasionally we look at it. Kat is filming loads of stuff, so hopefully you'll enjoy our YouTube or filming content.
Kevin, what's your YouTube channel?
What?
What's your YouTube channel called?
What, my one?
Yeah, you've got a YouTube channel, yeah?
I have, but I was talking about our one,
You get your personal...
Okay, so my YouTube channel, because I'm a cosplay person and also I'm on a weight loss journey, sort of, is Super Sailor Junko. Look in the comments, you'll see my name. And thank you so much, Alex.
Super Sailor. And don't come looking for me because I am about. You'll find me.
Yeah, because he puts his name everywhere. And
I'll find you.
Oh, all right, okay.
Don't find me, I'll find you.
I'll find you. All right, bye.
Bye.